What's up, Internet? My name's Nerdy.
And I'm Clarus.
And this is Season 2, Episode 5 of The Wheel of Time.
Yeah.
Ominously called Damani. Or Domain. Or, I don't know. I don't know what they're going to say on the show. We argued with our chat for 2 years about how to pronounce this word in the book club. And so here we are.
Here we are.
I'm not going to call them the Shan-Chan. They're the Sanchan. Sorry, chat.
Shan.
The Shan-Chan. No,
They're the
Sanchan. That's how we call it on the book club. The show is wrong. Sorry, Rafe.
It's better than Tarvalin.
You
know, Tarvalin was
was
shock listening to those...
To the audiobooks?
Audiobooks.
Yeah.
Woo-wee, yeah.
If you want the length reaction, go to patreon.com/nerdynightly.
Mm-hmm. But
if you don't, stay here. We are probably going to talk about book comparisons less in this episode. We've talked about it off. The show's not really doing things from the books at all, and so comparing them just doesn't really seem to benefit our reactions. So we're just going to kind of try a different tactic in the back half of the season and see if that helps us enjoy the show more.
Yeah, if you haven't read the books and you don't want spoilers, don't worry. We will tell you at the end.
If we end up talking spoilers.
Yeah, once that moment arrives.
You killed her.
I haven't, because that is Ramsay, the most dangerous of the Forsaken. Hurry!
It's tragic she cut her hair so short. You know, she's got these beautiful, long, bloody locks when she's brought back.
It was probably just, from being in blood so long, just not in good shape. You know what I mean?
The ends, they were split.
Her hairstylist was like, we've got to cut to here to get to the healthy hair.
Yeah, we've got to cut off, 3 feet of hair. Unless that's Lanfear. Look at that hair.
No, that's Saroth.
I know. And they must all have the thickest of thick hair for those braids while half of their head is shaved. You did that to me, I'd have nothing left.
Perhaps my lord made a mistake.
I do not make mistakes.
Lady Saroth, you are barred from this court's counsel until you are once again presentable. Kneel.
Why does he have a different accent?
Interesting. The Sanchan must just have, genetically incredible nail strength.
Oh, yeah, and for them to not curl
because mine would break by accident.
Yeah. My nails are paper. They got thick hair, thick nails.
Thick hair, thick nails.
My lord, one more thing.
I love that Ingtar was given the most beautiful clothes. Oh, fuck!
So he is here.
And he's working with the Shamail.
Yeah.
I, Lord Tarak, I give you the horn of Valir.
Oh, this guy knows what it is.
Apparently
nobody in Randland does.
Yeah. They must have, pictures of it or something. Paintings. I love that he knows how to open it, too.
This scene is just showing how impractical their nails are.
Yeah. Well, that's the point.
Yeah.
They don't have to do a thing for themselves.
The whole world will be ours.
Cool.
That's spicy. Yeah, I just love that
That was a great opening scene.
That was great.
Yeah.
I love that his speaker just has an American accent.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought they would all have American accents.
I did as well.
I was a little surprised. Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah. I guess they were honestly, this is not important. We're not going to try and,
slur your speech.
Yeah.
That wound will barely slow her down. Hurry!
Yeah,
The
Maureen
sound
already,
editing of that was insane.
Maureen already told you that she's fine.
Yeah. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that looked rad. And it looks different than what we've seen before.
It looks like Venom.
It does look like Venom.
Venom! I like that her only line in that scene is bitch.
Yeah.
It's very Lanfear.
Yeah.
She's great. Natasha O'Keefe, fantastic.
If they are not saddled in 2 minutes, I swear you will regret this night for however much longer your life lasts.
Because you'll be dead.
I cannot give her a way to follow us.
Yeah. All right.
Strong start. This episode is like, all right, we're not wasting any more time.
Finally.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm like engrossed.
Feels good.
Good evening, my lady. Do you need help?
Yes.
Why didn't she be like, I have a friend?
Because Maureen didn't say someone's going to come kill you.
Of course it does.
What happened to your horse?
Is there anything slower than a horse?
You?
You're really bad.
That looked great. That was great.
I also love
I'm Team Lanfear. Fuck everybody else. I want the Dark One to win.
No, I love that she didn't use the same power. Like, it looked different.
Yeah. No, the specificity around that has been great this season.
Mm-hmm.
Or a slave.
Oh, like my friend?
They're not your pack. Neither are the humans from the Two Rivers. Neither was your wife.
All right, dude.
Popper's so cute.
I know. I just want to pet him.
I love that Elias and Perrin finally had the conversation, and then Perrin's like, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Not gonna lie, I don't love show Elias.
Nah.
He's not really working for me.
It's not really doing. It's just sort of like.
Yeah. Well, damn.
That was cool.
It'll be a day or two before she discovers the truth.
But what about your tell?
They're never gonna bring that up ever again.
If he releases them all, well, then we have no hope of winning the last battle.
I just wish they cleaned up her language a little bit so that she didn't use so many absolutes. Book Moraine, and I know we said we weren't going to compare it as much, but Book Moraine doesn't speak in absolutes like that. Like saying we have no hope to win the last battle is an absolute that she can't, like, you know what I mean?
I think maybe it's because she can lie now.
I don't think she can lie.
Is she still bound by the oaths?
Yeah. She's still bound by her oath to not go to Tarvalon.
Is she?
I believe so, yeah.
I actually don't know.
They didn't even bury him.
This episode immediately has all these characters being active in their own stories.
I know.
And this is so much more interesting.
Yeah.
Immediately than the previous 4 episodes.
Yeah. Oh, is he gonna...
Did the Sanji put one of their own soldiers in a cage?
Yeah, I don't really give a fuck.
Don't want them to hear you.
Oh!
Alright.
I wouldn't get too close.
Oh, shit!
What?
Can't trust an Aiel.
Oh, fuck.
I wouldn't know who that is if I didn't know the casting.
Mm-hmm.
Come, show you the closest excuse for an inn this town has to offer.
Perrin, don't go!
Interesting.
His daddy's gonna be there! I wish her hair was a little more red.
It's also like
I see what
dark
they've done.
out.
I just wish it was a little bit more color to it.
I'm gonna hold judgment until we see it in daylight, you know?
Fair.
Marquis, another round.
This is very interesting.
It is, actually.
Come here, lady. Lady, come here. Sorry, Sashi.
But where's the tramp? Oh, Perrin's the tramp.
Yeah. They're about to share a spaghetti noodle.
Or Hopper is.
Don't worry, Valda. No wolves here.
Heavy. The day will come when your father's name will not save you. Dane Bornhold.
I like the upgrade to Valda's
Accoutrement.
accoutrement.
Yeah.
One of my favorite words.
Mm-hmm.
That amount of riding without a break. Even though I've been training.
Stop talking. You're still so young. I must remember that.
She's so fucking good.
I'll not tell nobody you were looking for them.
Oh, I know you will.
I'm still Team Lanfear, though.
Okay.
I'm Team Natasha at this point.
It's fine. You could cut strings. That's fine.
I don't think that you can.
Should I open it? Oh, yeah. It's from Adelius, with love. I hear we have some new and very powerful novices.
She does not waste time.
They're gone.
Oh, yeah, they're gone. Don't worry about it. Definitely couldn't.
Oh, they're in the way. How the...
Oh, look, they have horses.
I quit.
How did you attack us with the one power? You broke the 3 oaths.
I've broken many more than that.
My desires are my own.
But I'm paying the price. We should just kill Turok and be done with it.
She also kind of has an American accent.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
The last battle will be won right here in Fall. Written in the skies above the city. The dragon will join us.
I hate to say this, but like, where was this show all season?
Yeah.
Like, what were we doing? This
yeah.
show is we're halfway through the episode and it's like really good.
I know.
And there's been good acting so far this season, but like the actual like pacing of this is fun to watch.
Yeah.
I'm engrossed. I'm here. I'm like with them.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Avienda, of the 9 Valley Sept of the Ta'adat Aiel.
I'm Perrin Ibarra.
Do this later. Go.
Yeah.
It's a trap.
I told you not to help her.
You don't want a fight?
Oh, fuck.
Attack all at once on my signal. One at a time and she'll have you.
Dane would wield an axe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Interesting.
Okay. Interesting. This episode's fun.
I'm loving this.
Perrin Ibarra. Do you like to dance?
He's so concerned. Please edit this well. I am begging.
I know. Also, parent, like, turn around. Like, there's, like, that guy's got his sword at your back.
No, they have to watch for the moment. Okay. That was all right.
Yeah.
Like, that move doesn't need 5 cuts.
I know, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I know.
I love that she's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Yeah.
I just hope for season 3 they get this tightened and better. Because there's a lot of fights to come.
And I think that, honestly, the choreo and talent is better than the editing is allowing.
Oh, 1,000%. No, I agree with you so much.
Because I'm trying to follow, and it's the editing that's making it tough, not like the actors not being good at combat.
I know, and I so agree with you.
Yeah. Because Avienda definitely has like a distinct fighting style, which was very cool to watch when I could see it.
Yeah.
I think you were as high as this table last time I saw you.
It helps that she hasn't aged.
Look almost exactly the same.
It's somewhat bedraggled.
She's got better things to do than pretend she can taste the difference between raspberries and thimbleberries. Can you believe that I will be marrying Queen Goldrin? Now that makes me your king. So I shall expect full subservience. Yes, of course. We'll find him something fitting from my wardrobe.
Good thing we're like roughly the same height, even though I'm Kyrian.
It truly has been good to see you. Should I say my liege?
I like the guy playing Barthanes. He's great.
Oh, yeah. He's...
Sorry, Barthanes.
Barthanes. Yeah, we definitely call him Barthanes.
I don't care. I'm going to keep with Barthanes because I like it. Shariam, how do you feel about Nynaeve coming back?
We would like to know.
Is it possible they may have left Tower grounds? The daughter heir? It's worth taking a look, don't you think?
Shariam doesn't know.
She's the mistress of novices.
What the fuck is going on?
It's in my room, actually. Do you need it?
Just for a short passage on the Amelin Ted Swam. If you could.
I see what they're doing.
I do as well.
Mm-hmm. It's a little heavy-handed.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. But it can... Mm-hmm. We'll talk... Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm. I wasn't sure where it was going at first, but actually, this is something that I actually really like them setting up.
Yeah.
Now, this is where my eidetic memory comes in handy.
Yeah.
See, this is Shiriam's usual writing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, she can copy?
It would mean that someone in the tower has sworn to the dark that Black Azure really exists.
Okay. Not thinking about the books. Just the show.
It makes sense for the show.
Sure, yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It is a change. If the horses are alive, I will lose my shit.
Well, I'm not gonna go looking for your shit, so please don't lose it.
It's lost. No comment.
Those robes are barely sheer. Cowards, I say.
Exactly. No, it's the best version of the show because the Duck of, everything about the Duck of All in the books is not great. So this is better.
Yes. For reasons, it is better this way.
Yeah.
To prove themselves worthy, they earn their right, unlike the Aes Sedai.
I mean, the Aes Sedai also trained for years and prove.
Perhaps I will be the one to place the collar around your lovely throat.
She's great.
Mm-hmm.
I'll remind you of it on the day you kneel to me.
They really just fucking crushed it with the villains.
Yeah.
All of the villains are so well acted.
They were like, no. The book fucked up the villains.
Yeah.
We're gonna.
But kind of, right? Like a lot of the book clubs, I'm like, the villains are. Oh, Leandrin, you dog. That is an interesting choice.
Mm-hmm. It is. Leandrin is a much more interesting character in the show.
Oh, I love her. Yeah.
Where's Egwene?
I just think the choice of editing her away from them instead of showing us what happened is an interesting one. In the book, it's the fog of war.
Yeah.
But that was just a very strange... She was edited into the Sanchin captivity.
Mm-hmm.
Again, though, this episode, so much better. than the rest of the season combined.
So where are you going, then?
Where you go, Wetlander.
What you just said, then.
I have tow. Tow?
You have 10 of them.
It is not a lover, Wetlander. Though I would not be opposed. Don't worry, parent of two rivers. I will not attack you in a fit of lust.
Don't worry. It's like, fuck Elias, I upgraded.
He did. I gotta give it to the cinematographer. You captured that sunset beautifully.
Mm-hmm.
That was well shot, dude. Or lady. I use dude non-gender specific, but I want to be clear that anyone can be a cinematographer.
Mm-hmm. I always love when they like edit in marching sounds that are not to the beat of how people are walking.
Star Wars is notorious for it.
I'm not taking orders from you, Princess. I don't even know you.
Well.
Tweedledee and Tweedledum over here.
Mm-hmm.
Bring back some white asparagus, if you'd like some. It's a delicacy from the village. You can only
Procure them there and only at this time of year.
I love Baron so much.
Can't have been white asparagus, though I know you love to eat.
Those girls are worth more than gold itself. Hurry!
I have so many questions,
Mhm.
but I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised you're not downstairs prying the answers you seek from Rand.
Barthana's encouraged me to leave it alone.
No, well, he always had a kind heart.
Yes.
Barthanas, really? Okay.
Stop.
No, I think it's an interesting choice.
I know.
And I don't think you have any idea what you want to do next.
The scar from the Trolloc blow in season 1 looks really good. The makeup team did a great job with it.
Can you know beyond any doubt that Rand needs your protection?
That's why you cast Rosamund Pike right there.
Hot.
Oh, everyone wants to fuck Rand.
I mean, have you seen him?
Nia sabugum halabor lamfir.
I love that. That was very funny.
Hamestretuat. Sen Danila Mastrani Mashim Ikerenia.
She would look so hot with like a wavy bob, you know, like.
I think she looks hot with any hairstyle.
No, she does, but like this.
Although right now her Trinity from the Matrix look is really working for me.
Yeah, right?
Will you?
Obviously.
Because if she gets desperate enough to want it back, she can bargain.
Yeah, she can go to the dark. Yeah.
Mo, Gideon's insane. Greyndall's a vain idiot, and the boys couldn't execute a plan even if they were under compulsion.
Oh, break. Do they have matching rings? Because she had a 3-ring and he, yeah.
You may ask one thing of me.
The High Lady Suroth has a gift for you. I beg only you receive it in good faith.
He's so good.
Mm-hmm.
This episode is good television.
It's a fucking banger.
It's.
like,
I feel like We went on a roller coaster.
I know.
This is weird. Everything's better.
I
Every
know.
plot line is more interesting.
Who are you? Reimer, of the Yellow Aja.
Oh, shit! Oh, fuck.
Do you have any idea what these Shonchan do to women who can channel?
Boy.
Collar her. She must be tamed.
Oh, interesting. The way that like went down was so much. Yeah, it works. When I first saw it, I was like, "How the fuck does?"
Yeah.
You said I can't sleep with Shufan.
Yes.
Can we have that bed one day?
You want a 4-poster?
That thing's sick.
Okay.
Lanfear is working with Ishamael. This could be our only chance to find out what he wants.
She'll see right through
Maybe she might.
The other option is stay awake forever.
Yeah.
Apparently. Please, at least take off the vest. Don't go to sleep in that fucking fine regalia.
If it seems as if she's hurting you, I'll wake you.
Moraine's like, I'm gonna watch you sleep, boy. Oh, this is the wheel from that production photo they put out.
Yeah.
Look at her! This is why I'm Team Natasha. Lanfear all the way.
I want that outfit.
You gotta cosplay that, babe. Cool.
Sick. All right. Well, that was fun.
Yeah. I've never seen a show 180 so hard in my life.
Yeah.
From what I would say is like last week I said like I think it's the worst episode of the show, and this I think might be the best.
Yeah. So far, yes.
But this was the first time I enjoyed an episode this season.
Mm-hmm.
That I would actually be like I like enjoyed sitting through the full hour.
Yeah. We spent enough time with people to know, like, for them to actually, like, move forward and accomplish things and, like, be aware of, like, what's going on.
Well, and people aren't just being petty to each other.
Yeah, like, this worked so well because Lan and Moraine didn't have their...
Yeah.
I still don't like what's going on between them. I'm glad that we've stepped away from that. Because that was really dragging for me.
But even Moraine in this episode wasn't just a mysterious bitch the whole time.
Yeah.
Which is what she was for 3 episodes. Like, because she wasn't really in last week's episode much, right? Or one of them she wasn't really in. So, like, she was still being mysterious, but, like, she was being smart, and I understood why she was doing what she was doing.
Mm-hmm.
I got what her plan was the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Even the end, like, it's an insane plan, but it's kind of the only option.
Yeah.
She doesn't have the one power. She can't protect him, so let Lanfear think that he's not working with Moraine. Like, it's not a terrible option.
Yeah.
I really like the choice they've made with Varen to make her a more active part of the show.
Absolutely.
I really like Perrin's scenes in this town and with Avienda. Like, there's a lot. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was great.
I
Perrin
wasn't
left
bored.
Elias, and I was like, being honest, don't love Elias, the character.
I was worried
in
about
this
that because
show.
Perrin didn't really learn anything about being a wolf brother.
Right, but Hopper is still around.
I have questions about what Ishamael thinks he's accomplishing.
With what specifically?
It seems like Ishamael's plan is to turn Rand's friends, to break Rand. But, like, Ishamael's like, he's going to be more wolf than man. So, does Ishamael think that that's a bad thing?
Well,
Elias seems fine.
Elias does seem fine. Keeping in mind, like, there is almost no information about, like, the Wolf Brothers. And I don't think, like, even in the Age of Legends, like, there is almost nothing. He may know less than anybody else, right?
I think that there's... Ishamael's plan doesn't... Other than take the girls as Damane, which I get how that impacts Rand.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that we'll get there with Min and Matt, but like there's so little show left. And Matt, I'm surprised that they recast Matt and then gave him so little to do this season.
Yeah.
Because he's the other plotline that isn't in this episode that helped me be interested, because I just haven't really given a shit about Matt is in a room not knowing what's up.
Yeah, like I like him and Min together, like them as characters and as actors are great, but the actual like plot lines, I was kind of like, whatever.
So I'm curious, once we bring Lan back in and once we bring Min back in, I'm a little bit worried that those plot lines might drag the show again like they were in the first half.
Or maybe the momentum is already there, and so they're going to be brought into the flow of momentum.
I hope so, because I like this episode a lot.
Yeah, it was great.
I was actually, I'm like so shocked.
Yeah.
Because I haven't liked this season. I'm just gonna be honest. I haven't enjoyed it, and like I was so worried that I wasn't gonna like anything about it. And from the first scene, like if the first scene of the season, the Dark Friend social, had as much energy as the first scene of this episode, I feel like everything would feel different.
Yeah.
But
yeah, 100%.
I don't know. Maybe they filmed and they were like, look, we spent this money. This is what we've got, but this isn't working. And halfway, because shows do this all the time, right? Where like mid-season, you take the time to go, hey, this isn't working. We need to make some changes. And maybe they realized while they were filming that what they were doing was a little bit slow.
Maybe.
Because so much happened.
Yeah.
Characters made choices. Characters move forward in their plot lines based on what they wanted.
Yeah.
Like, And maybe it was just a different writer. I don't know, but this was great.
The specificity of the different powers being used.
The Varen Leandrin scene in the hallway, going up the stairs, awesome.
Varen is so good. Like,
so is Katie Leung. I love her as her, like, the idea of using the one power to memorize someone's handwriting and be able to reproduce it later to analyze it. That's a really fun use of the one power.
Did she use the one power for that? I don't. She said she had an eidetic memory, and I was like, "Wow, that's like crazy that you can exactly replicate as well what's in your memory." But maybe she used the one power to replicate.
I assume that she used the one power to just recreate on the page what was in her mind.
Yeah. So she has eidetic memory, and she can literally like stamp it with the power.
You could just like have the ink go to the exact image in your brain.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. Because
like
I was like, wow, it is one thing to have that memory, but another thing to have the
to draw it
the
perfectly.
writing. Yeah.
That's why I assumed one power.
No, that makes sense.
Because I want the show to play within the rules of the one power instead of sometimes the show throws out the rules of one power to do fun things with the magic.
Right.
That is a way of using the one power from the books in a creative way that isn't in the books.
Yeah.
To do something that legitimately makes sense in terms of a spycraft thing that someone of the White Tower could do within the oaths.
Yeah.
Right? Like that to me was one of the best examples of this show creating something that fits within the rules of this world that is also very interesting and doesn't break the rules of the books.
Yeah.
And I liked that. I liked pretty much everything. Like, this episode to me was by far the strongest episode of the show so far, of all of the episodes.
I mean, it's
going
hilarious.
back to season 1. Amanda's great.
She's so funny. Oh my god. And it's funny because like I always loved her in the books as well. Like I was like, you know, they're like Aiel humor, and I always just like loved the Aiel and like Avienda is that character, and so having that same feeling here it is nice. She was great.
It goes. We were having a conversation during.
Oh, and Dane is great.
He's a good actor.
Yeah,
he's too handsome though, because I don't know how you cast Gawain
Galad. He's so hot. Literally, Galad is gonna be fucking like handsome Squidward, and it's just gonna be like too like pretty.
It's gonna be Austin
like,
Butler.
Who's that?
He was just Elvis last year. He's gonna be in the new Dune movie.
Oh. I could definitely see that choice, yeah.
Dane is just a little short. I think that Galad is going to be a little bit larger.
He's going to have to be like 6'2" at least.
You know who would have been a good Galad but is too old now? He's Reacher now.
Reacher?
Yeah, on the Amazon show Reacher.
No, sorry, that's Preacher.
He's just like, he would have been a good Galad.
Okay.
He was on Blue Mountain State. He's Hawk on Titans. I can name you every single thing this man has done.
It's all good.
And I love him so much.
Anyways,
He would've
Dane
been good
is great. I want to talk about Dane more in the spoiler section.
I don't want. There's not a lot of non-spoiler stuff I want to talk about. I really like that. If the show continues with this, I think that if the show had been like this the whole time, I would have enjoyed it a lot more.
Yeah,
Even
definitely.
the stuff that isn't true to the books in this episode is adapted better
Yes.
than other things. Look,
It
I will
makes
laugh.
sense, yeah.
I will laugh about the horses and the ways after in season 1 they will not survive.
Well, I think we're allowed to laugh about it. You
Whatever.
know, like it's fine.
It's dumb, but I think that they realized their own issue and were like, fuck
well,
it, we gotta move on.
you said you were like, how much of the last 2 episodes are they just gonna kind of like ignore? And
Yeah,
that
yeah.
is one of those things, right?
That's last 3, but yeah, that's episode
no,
6.
that's you right.
But like, I've struggled with
Is
some
it
of the
episode 6?
yeah. At the end of episode 6, the thing closes on Matt, and then episode
Yeah, I
7
thought
is
that was-
Faldara, and then
okay.
episode 8 is
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
yeah. I think that the show just took a massive step forward in my opinion, and
Absolutely.
if it can keep this up, I will enjoy it very much from now on. And I think that the first half of season 2 will be a distant memory of me being kind of bored. But
Yeah.
that wasn't bored. That was great.
No, that was
fun.
wonderful. Thank you for that.
I like Avienda a lot. I wish her hair was a little bit more red.
Mm-hmm.
It's like almost like blondie.
Yeah, it does look kind of blonde.
Just
That's what it is.
It's weird though because Rand's hair color is what makes him an Aielman to so many people.
Yeah.
And if you
So having the
looked
other
at
prominent
Avienda
Aiel.
and him next to each other, I wouldn't say that they racially resemble each other in a way that picks them out of a crowd.
Yeah.
Like she looks more like she's related to Perrin than she does Rand.
Right.
And that is the only reason.
Mhm.
It's because when Rand is walking around Kareen with his head buzzed, people are like,
Yeah, people
he
like-
kind of looks like an Aielman.
Yeah.
But then you look at Avienda and you're like, but why do you think that?
Yeah.
She does not look like an Aielman if he looks like an Aielman.
Right. Yeah.
So I just wish and I know that it wouldn't be a natural hair color. I
Mhm.
get that. But it's a fantasy show. And this is one thing I will say about The Wheel of Time as a show. I wish that the compromises the show made weren't so often to the fantasy elements. Because I sometimes feel like a lot of the compromises in terms of the adaptation of the book come in that. And I wish that I wish the show would just be more willing to lean in.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And
It can
lean
be
into her hair just
fantastical.
being a non-human shade of red.
Yeah.
Right? Or a shade that wouldn't make sense for her skin type. Like, it feels like they were trying to make her hair something that a person of her skin type in the real world could have.
But that doesn't matter.
But
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. It's a fantasy show. Let her have the same color of hair as Rand, so that when people are going around being like, aha, an Aielman, you're like, oh yeah, they all have this shade of red hair.
Yeah. Yeah.
As opposed to being like, there's a slight strawberry blonde to hers.
Yeah, and even in the books they do have definitely a spectrum of red, but it does not look very red to me, and so I
Just a little bit more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Other than that, I think she's fantastic.
Yeah, she's great.
I've said I'm not going to keep harping on the editing of the action. I wish it was stronger.
It is what it is.
Because it looks like she's moving very well.
Mhm.
So I don't want to hold it against the actors because I think everyone did their job. I think it's just that this show has an idea of how action should look, and it is my least favorite version of action in the world. It is the biggest bane in American cinema to me that the rest of the world has figured out how to shoot action sequences, and only in Hollywood do we do it poorly. Just fucking go watch Kurosawa. Go watch Japanese action films. Go watch Chinese action films. Go watch Indian action films. Everybody else in the world has figured out how to do this. Why is it only in Hollywood where we spend the most money and we have the most time and we have the biggest industry?
The least time probably.
But why is it here where we can't do what everyone else can do?
Because I think it is that they have that because of capitalism they have the least amount of time. They have money. They have money.
Those other industries are not less capitalistic. They're just not.
I just mean
they
the
just tear.
turnaround in Hollywood seems to be generally unrealistic. Now, I'm not intimately familiar with Korean or Japanese or Indian films by any means, but I know that is a harsh criticism of American culture in cinema and in the video games industry of the time crunch, those
That
unrealistic
exists
expectations
in all of entertainment worldwide. Japanese video game culture has the same crunch narrative behind it. I don't think that is a unique issue. I believe that it is a training thing.
Okay, yeah.
It is what you're raised on watching, right? I think that you see that in what you're influenced by. I don't think Rafe Judkins, based on what he talks about the show and how like his show is about two people in a room talking, I don't think that he is as influenced by action. And I think that it would behoove him to bring in somebody who is to care about those scenes.
For those scenes. Because, as a director, you're already pulled in a million directions. If there is one thing that is...
As a showrunner,
is not, like, your forte, have somebody help cover those blind spots,
just let the woman who did the Blood Snow last year do all of it. That was great.
Yeah.
And that was edited well. And, like...
Yeah. Yeah.
It shouldn't be as distractingly bad for how good the budget of the show is.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, the action sequences all feel very cheap for a show that has money. Yeah. And I just...
Dane's axe. That's a nice axe.
I know. It won't be Dane's fault. Let's get into spoilers.
Sure, spoilers. Leave now if you have not read past this point in the series.
Is Varen not yet a member of the Black Aja?
Why would you think that?
Because she seems to be discovering that they exist.
Oh,
but she
I
should already
like
know that they're Black Aja.
Oh, I think she knows because she is one. But remember how in the series the Black Aja only ever know like maybe like 2 others.
But in the series, Varen already knows Leandrin is Black Aja.
She is working on a list.
Because Varen never goes back to the White Tower after this.
After what? Sorry.
Varen never goes to the White Tower during the books until way after Leandrin's gone.
Yeah, but this might be...
Leandrin's list, Leandrin is already on the list.
Varen's list, yeah.
Leandrin's already on Varen's list much earlier in the narrative.
How do you know? Because this could be what put her on the list.
Because...
I see
what you're saying.
This could be the moment where she's like, suspicious. You know what I mean? And it could be earlier, and that's why she goes to Leandrin to question her first right away. But I definitely don't think that Varen is discovering that Black Aja exists. I think that they're keeping that the same. The one that I do wonder that was kind of like a little bit of a baity switchy thing is Sheriam. Because she was like, well, maybe what if she's compulsed? And I don't know if she's laying that grounds to because she actually thinks she's compulsed, or if she's trying to let other people know that there are Black Aja and they exist.
Or maybe it was in that scene, her already being Black Aja trying to hide that... trying to play Katie Leung's Aja. I'm sorry, I don't know what her Aes Sedai character's name is.
I missed that, yeah.
Trying to, like, mislead her away from... I don't know.
I honestly, actually, now that I'm, like, saying it out loud, I think it's, like, Varen planting the seeds of, like, the Black Aja exist. Yeah.
Which is interesting.
Yeah, which is interesting. Whether or not Sheriam is one or not, though.
I like bringing that up earlier.
Yeah.
I like Varen a lot. I like that actress. Yeah. I think she's fantastic. Her being retired is interesting.
Yeah, I don't know that that's going to matter that much.
She's not retired in the books. But, like, it's rare for Aes Sedai to retire.
Yeah.
So it's just interesting that, like, Ted Swain's going to come out of retirement. I wonder in the show version how many retired Aes Sedai there are. Maybe not that many, but...
Ted Swain is the only one that I can think of.
She's the only one in the books, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, no, and there's another one that's mentioned, but we never meet her.
Oh, okay.
That one, there's, like, a farm... Anyway.
Okay, sure.
I really like that change. The way Tel'aran'rhiod works, I don't know that I like.
I don't really know it
because it seems a little too simple.
I don't know it yet. I have no judgments on that yet because I don't think there's enough info.
The idea that just by falling asleep, Rand will always end up in Tel'aran'rhiod makes it seem like everyone should always be in danger in their dreams, which the way that it's set up in the books allows for you to sometimes be safe in your dreams because people have to go to your dreams to get you.
No, Rand had to shield his dreams. So that like
right, but they would still have to find your dream in that web of dreams,
which
right?
All you have to do is think of the person and you are in their dreams. That is how that works. You enter
that because if you go into their dreams, they have power over you.
Yeah.
Right? No. This is from the books, right? If you go into someone else's dreams, you are at their whim. So it is very dangerous to do it. Now you might win, but there's a good chance that you lose, which is why the Forsaken aren't just constantly in other people's dreams.
I think that they just get pulled, like, they can get pulled into Tel'aran'rhiod because they're, like, Ta'veren, because otherwise, even in the books, when they fall asleep and go to Tel'aran'rhiod and when they don't, like, is arbitrary.
Right, but the idea that by falling asleep, Rand will go to Teleran Riyadh, it introduces Teleran Riyadh to Rand so much earlier than in the books.
Yeah.
Because now Rand knows about Teleran Riyadh before the fight in the Stone of Tyr, where he kills what's-his-face by running through Teleran Riyadh and doesn't know that he's there.
In the Stone of Tyr, no,
Yeah.
that's Caemlyn. You're talking about Robin, right?
No, both times. In both instances, he walks through
Oh,
Teleran Riyadh.
Belal?
Yeah. That fight
yeah,
happens in
yeah,
Teleran,
yeah.
partially in Teleran Riyadh and in Caemlyn.
But he doesn't get it, right?
But he doesn't know what it is, and so we're introducing him to that concept earlier, which is fine. But the idea that by falling asleep he is going to end up there, to me, feels a little bit
I think
hinky with what the dream world is.
I also think Belal gets cut, right? Because they're cutting some of the
Yes.
Forsaken. So
Well, Semiraj is cut.
Hmm?
Semiraj is cut, and Masana. The only women are Lanfear, because she just said Lanfear, Mogideon,
and the boys.
No, there was one more.
Graendal.
Mogideon and Graendal and the boys. So Masana and
Yeah,
Semiraj,
no,
which is
you're
fine.
right.
They don't
You're
really
right.
fucking do anything in the books.
Yeah, I don't
You could give
hate that,
everything both of them do to Graendal, and Mogideon, it would so make sense.
Yeah, I agree. I think it is hilarious that they're like, Mogideon is mad when Ishamael is the one who's mad. But I wonder how they're going to play around with that.
That is them setting up what Mogideon's so good at. Mogideon lets them think that she's mad. Which is going to... Mogideon is the secret one.
Yeah.
And so the fact that they think that Mogideon's crazy, to me, is
beneficial.
Is Mogideon's plan working.
Right, yeah.
I really like that setup a lot.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
And that's the thing about this episode, is that, like, I think the show has poorly adapted the books up until this point, and I think that a lot of the issues of those adaptations are going to pan out later. But the way they adapted, I think adapting Aviendha and Gaul's thing... I think that adaptation works. I think adapting Varen so that we get to see her explore finding the Black Aja members for her list.
Yeah.
I think that really works. I think that the changes in this episode
The
were
Dane-
better changes.
Yeah. The Dane
scene.
Bornhold stuff gives
Yeah.
him and Perrin a much better connection than in the books, because honestly, that one is kind of weak.
And Perrin is going to kill White Cloaks at Falm with that axe. And Dane is going to see... I think that Dane is going... Or he's going to kill... Well, he doesn't kill Bornhold in the books.
No, it's the Sanchin technically, but if Dane sees him there, no, because he says no. It's because it's Valda. Valda is gonna be like, that guy was there, this Perrin Two Rivers guy, and he's gonna be like, oh my god, it's that dude. He killed my dad. Even though, like, because I think that
Bornhold isn't dead yet, though. So I think that...
No, he's not dead yet. He is not yet dead.
What if they just have... What if they just have Perrin kill Jeffrem?
I think that...
At Falma, so it's in the heat of battle, so that it's justified. Like, they don't take away that. They just make it so that Dane and Perrin...
No, because then Dane and Perrin can't have the moment in in A Memory of Light.
What moment?
Well, Dane is the one who says, hey, it was actually Padden Fane who killed your parents, and, like, saves his life from the dude who's from Bayar, who's about to kill him, right? And so
I don't know. I think Dane forgiving Perrin for killing his father would be a pretty incredible step forward at the end.
Yeah, but I don't know how you earn that without it being, like, the centerpiece of their whole, like, arc.
By playing the White Cloak arc of being them realizing that they're wrong a little bit more truthfully, and having Dane understand that his father attacked, like that it wasn't personal, and that it was in the heat of combat they fought, and Jeffrem instigated the fight.
Yeah, but Jeffrem doesn't... Jeffrem seems like a good dude. I don't know why they would fight.
I mean, we don't know. We'll see at Falma.
Well, I mean, he just, like,
I'm
didn't
assuming Jeffrem will
harass
be there.
Moraine and them, and he was like, are you okay?
But Dane wasn't there for that. I think that this will be a heat of the moment thing.
Dane doesn't need to be there for that. I'm just saying that sets up Jeffrem's character in season
Jeffrem
1.
just has to die at Falma.
Yeah,
and so,
yeah. I just don't... I don't know if I would like the choice if Perrin actually did intentionally kill him. Because I think
it's just
that,
tough
like...
because Perrin... Okay, but here's the problem for the show.
Uh-huh.
Perrin hasn't killed any White Cloaks. And so the problem the show is going to have, unless he killed in that fight just now, but I didn't see him kill anybody.
He had a hammer.
It seemed like people were knocked out, maybe, but he might have killed people there. That might be what they're calling the killing. But, like, Perrin hasn't, like, murdered White Cloaks.
I see what you're saying.
Outside of a, like, fair fight yet.
Interesting.
And so I think that in order for any of it to happen, Perrin has to kill somebody. Like, if Perrin gets to the trial, right? If the trial happens and Perrin steps up and be like, yeah, I did kill some White Cloaks. It was 10 against 1. They were trying to murder me and I didn't let them. That is a far cry from the book version, which is Perrin leapt at and murdered 2 White Cloaks in the night from a hidey hole.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And so that is already so different that I think they have to set up Perrin killing somebody in a way the White Cloaks.
Yeah, maybe.
And granted, like, he broke the Aiel out, right? Like, Perrin has already done stuff that the White Cloaks are going to be mad about.
Mm-hmm.
But the trial, it's really hard for that trial scene to happen with Perrin. Be like, I am guilty, when he's like, they were trying to murder me.
Yeah.
For saving a woman from a cage, right? Like, that is a very different sequence of events.
Yeah.
And
okay.
I don't know. I think that this is, again, I like the adaptation of this episode.
I
but
like
I think
that they're more connected, yeah.
I think that it leads to more change later on.
Yeah,
They're gonna have to rewrite all that shit, which is a shame because that trial scene is so good.
Yeah.
But we can't really get to that trial the way that it happens in the books at
It also,
all.
like, doesn't really matter to the last battle.
No, but it is such a good scene and it matters to Perrin.
Yeah, no, I know.
In the books, I never even thought about it. Does Galad ever tell Perrin what the price is? I'm blanking. I can't
remember.
No. The collar works much better than I thought it was going to. I thought the size of it was going to be clunky, but the fact that it like is more magical is a good visual.
Yeah.
I could do without the ball gags. I still think the ball gags are so unnecessary, but I think the collar works for adaptation. I thought it's a good visual.
Yeah, and it does make. Because it's in the book, it's like the latch is hidden and you're like, I don't know. And so this makes it more of a like fantastical thing that then, Nynaeve is going to have to suss out. Or if Elaine did, I would also love that change because we did talk about Elaine is the one who's able to like duplicate and really understand magical objects, ter'angreals. So, if they make that change, we'll see. It's not gonna really matter, but I think that having that be like a more magical thing and how it comes apart, is gonna be interesting.
I hope they do something different with Rima, because I think that casting her as being very dark-skinned is a choice that I would not have made. I especially because Egwene is also a person of color.
Yeah.
I think having the 2 people that we see collared by the Sanchin on the show both be black women is a choice that is this show and we've talked about it in the past. I think the show has an issue with colorism. I think that the show has an issue with how it portrays black men in particular. Black men are either they've killed their wife or they're evil. But now we have a warder who isn't.
That's not true. We have 2 warders who aren't.
Sure. And one of them doesn't die immediately after being introduced, but Rima's warder does. So that
what? How do you know?
In the books. That's why I'm saying I hope they do something different.
Oh, in the books. Okay. Sorry. I was like,
because he's killed and she's collared, right? The yellow So I'm hoping that. I think that this show at times struggles with black men, and I think that comes across again in having both of the women that we see collared on screen going to be black women, and the one who suffers the worst of the 2 fates being the darker skinned black women. And I'm not saying that like I don't know what I'm saying. I just feel like the shows
like it's an interesting choice that maybe you could have done something different.
And I know that there was a lot of colorism conversation after season 1 came out. That I agreed with, that we talked about in some of our spoiler chats, where I was like, yeah, it is like all of the black men are either the bad guys or they've murdered their wife, except for the one warder, who in season 1 had almost no lines. He has a much expanded part in this, and I love him in this season. But then Turok is also a black man, who is evil and is going to die at the end of the season. Rima's warder is a black man who's going to die almost immediately without having had much to do, unless they change it, which they might. Yeah. But I do think the show has in its attempt to be more diverse than the books, it has made some choices that I think are strange.
Yeah.
And I think that there are characters that could have been yeah. It's just weird that every time a man shows up who is evil, it's a person of color. Ishamael, Turok, Valda,
Patton Fane.
Patton Fane. Like almost there aren't even any evil men on the show that are white. Logain is crazy. Logain's also a man of color. Like all of the evil men on the show are black, or another person of color. And so it is just strange that other than I guess the White Cloaks.
I guess, but even Barthanes, they made
not
a
technically
good,
evil.
like kind of a better person. Like
yeah, it's just I am not the person to listen to in this conversation. I think that I've been avoiding season 2 spoilers, and I think that I'm gonna go look for voices who can better reflect that conversation to see if maybe I'm barking up a tree that isn't there, and if I am, I'm sorry. But as someone who is trying to be more attentive to that kind of conversation in Hollywood and in entertainment, this show is weirdly poking at it in a way that I think they've gone about it maybe wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But I might be wrong. Rima next episode might not be collared and her warder killed, and like I might be creating a problem before there is one. So I want to acknowledge that. I don't want to like lump something on the show that doesn't exist yet.
Yeah.
But when they were both introduced as who they are, I don't know. It stood out to me in a way that I was surprised by.
Yeah, no, I think
it's
fair.
a strange choice.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
We'll
see as the show goes forward, and I will see as I'm gonna do some internet snooping to see if I'm the only person who thinks this. Because if I am, then that's on me.
Then we'll go from there.
Last thing before we go, Natasha O'Keefe is fucking perfect as Lanfear. She's the best part of the show. She's literally like she should get an Emmy. She's by far the best part of the show.
Yeah, she's fantastic.
She's very active in very interesting ways, and I fucking love her. I'm Team Lanfear all the way.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Yeah. All right, you have anything else to say?
No, I'm good.
That was fun. I'm so glad I actually liked an episode of the show this season. If you like this video, like and subscribe to the channel. If you don't, hit the dislike button. Leave mean comments down below because the algorithm god is hungry and we must feed her. This episode, that algorithm goddess is...
Lanfear.
Lanfear.
And those boots.
Those boots.
Or maybe they were like leggings. I don't know. It was a quick shot.
I don't even think that was costuming. I think that was what Natasha wore to set that day, and they're like perfect.
Yeah, I just keep that on. Thank you.
If you want to follow us around the internet, you can. I'm at nerdynightly.
I'm at Claris Polaris.
Do something nerdy night, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.